Hey everybody, welcome back. We are doing our deep dives into the Bible where we here take little chunks in these short videos to digest what the Bible is trying to get at. What are they saying? How do we interpret it? What questions do we have? And if you have questions or comments, please leave them. I love to do that. It's really important for us to share our thoughts in a very kind, mature, and non-abrasive way so that we can actually communicate. Otherwise, you just shut off. So we're in a part in the New Testament in Matthew chapter 6, verse 25, where Jesus has been given this, in the previous videos, this sermon on don't worry about anything. Don't worry about your money. Don't worry about food, clothing, etc. It's a fascinating discussion, and he continues on in some of that here. So Jesus is saying, don't worry or don't be anxious about your life, your food, your drink, nor clothing, nor for your body, which I find fascinating because this is what the earth, the cosmos, the infinite intelligence has given us to house our soul, our spirit, or at least be a radio receiver to our own frequency to operate what some say is an avatar. I think it's fascinating that Jesus says, don't worry about your one thing that navigates you through this life at all. That is certainly a monk or yogi type lifestyle. And we don't live in that sort of society. So that would be very difficult in this country and most everywhere else. So shopping, houses, groceries, all those things, bad. That is what Jesus is saying. And in chapter 6, verse 26, Jesus compares man to birds. And as I read here from my notes, this parable is nice, but men are starving worldwide. It's saying he's basically said, don't worry about food because, the bird's starving. I will provide for you. Well, we know throughout history and in our current time, we have people starving worldwide. And the Father that Jesus is describing, he's nowhere to be found in many of these situations. And I think it's disturbing because I believe nobody should be starving anywhere. But there is starving, and people are dying of starvation, and he's not there. I think that's problematic for what he's saying here. Just don't worry if you're starving. We'll just continue to starve to death. Don't worry about learning the divine blueprint that is created to learn how to plant, to learn how to use these tools of the earth and soil regeneration and the beauty of nature to create food forest where all the plants work in this symbiotic synergy of reproduction of things that are of great value and nourishment to man, and hunting and fishing. No, don't teach anybody that. No, just don't worry about it. And if you happen to be starving, just continue to starve. Don't worry. I may or may not provide for you. I find that a little disturbing. That I just find it disturbing. So why not suggest those things? Why doesn't God say, hey, y'all do have all... Now, Jesus, why doesn't he say, hey, you have these tools, let's use them. And let's use them for the benefit and the empowerment of every sovereign soul. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. And then Jesus says, and continuing on in Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 and 26, is Jesus says, who is able to add 1 year to his life by worrying? Well, of course, that is very true. And I don't think we really should worry about that either. I think that's some really good advice, in my opinion, from Jesus. But I consider, we all age, and time is fleeting, and it goes by super, super fast. So we should have our house in order. We should have our things in order. So if we pass away suddenly or drawn out or whatever the case is, that when we do pass, it's not a burden onto somebody else. We have things in order the best we can. I think that should be stated, but it's not. So it's not. But we do talk about a lot of other topics that the universe, God, has given us. It resonates with me more to say infinite energies, infinite intelligence, universal energies than God. God, I still use it a lot. So as you go with me in these videos, you'll notice me saying that just because it resonates with me. They're all labels of the same thing that we don't fully understand, and that's why we're here. So thank y'all for joining, and you can check us out and find more about us at themysticsoftexas.com and on our other YouTube channel, The Mystics of Texas, where we do discuss a lot of the tools that help us be better people that the universe has given us. And if you find that kind of thing fascinating and self-empowering to help build your life in a better way that you can communicate with the infinite in your own way, then please join us and come out here and visit us in person. We gather every Sunday at 1:15. Thanks. We'll see you next time.